Hi guys, welcome to the Factogram. In today's video, we shall discuss about a very interesting topic, aeroplanes. As an individual, we all might have or might not have traveled in aeroplanes, but we all will be very enthusiastic to know how things are handled inside an aeroplane. So let's discuss this, and please watch the video till the end without skipping. Planes have changed a lot since the days of the Wright brothers. With the continual advancements in aerospace technology, it's hard to keep up with all the amazing things planes today are capable of doing. So let's discuss about few such interesting facts of what planes can do and what can it withstand. Airplanes are designed to withstand the lightning strikes. Planes are designed to be struck by the lightning, and of course they are regularly hit. It's estimated that the lightning strikes each aircraft once a year or once per every 1000 hours of flight time. Yet, the lightning has not brought down a plane since 1963 due to careful engineering that lets the electric charge of a lightning bolt run through the plane and out of it, typically without causing a damage to the plane. There is no safest seat on the plane. The FAA says there is no safest seat on the plane, though a time study of plane accidents found that the middle seats in the back of the plane had the lowest fatality rate in a crash. Their research revealed that during plane crashes, the seats in the back third of the aircraft had a 32% fatality rate, compared with the 39% in the middle third and 38% in the front third. However, there are so many variables at play that it's impossible to know where to sit to survive a crash. And of course, plane crashes are incredibly rare. Some airplanes have secret bedrooms for flight crew. On long haul flights, cabin crew can work 16-hour days. To help combat the fatigue, some planes like the Boeing 777 and 787 Dreamliners are outfitted with tiny bedrooms where the flight crew can get a little nap. The bedrooms are typically accessed via a hidden staircase that leads up to a small, low ceilinged room with 6 to 10 beds, a bathroom, and sometimes in flight entertainment. The tires are designed not to pop up on the landing. The tires on an aeroplane are designed to withstand an incredible weight loads of about 38 tons and can hit the ground at 170 miles per hour more than 500 times before ever needing to get a retreat. Additionally, airplane tires are inflated to 200 psi, which is about 6 times the pressure used in a car tire. If an airplane does need new tires, ground crew simply jack up the plane just like that you would do for a car. Why the cabin crew dims the light when a plane is landing? When a plane lands at night, cabin crews will dim the interior lights. And why is that? In the unlikely event that the plane landing goes badly and passengers needs to evacuate, their eyes will already be adjusted to the darkness. As pilot Chris Cook explained this, imagine being in an unfamiliar bright room filled with obstacles when someone turns off the lights and asks you to exit quickly. Similarly, flight attendants have passengers raise their window shades during landing so they can see outside in an emergency and assess if one side of the plane is better for an evacuation. You don't need both engines to fly. The idea of an engine giving out mid-flight sounds frightening, but every commercial airplane can safely fly with just one engine. Operating with half of the engine power can make a plane less fuel efficient and may reduce its range. But planes are designed and tested for such situations, as Popular Mechanics reported. Any plane scheduled on a long distance route, especially those that fly over the oceans or through the uninhabited areas like the Arctic, must be certified by the Federal Aviation Administration for the extended range twin operations, which is basically how long it can fly with one engine. The Boeing Dreamliner 330 can fly for 330 minutes, that is 5.5 hours with just one engine. In fact, Most airplanes can fly for a surprisingly long distance with no engine at all, thanks to something called the glide ratio in this aspect. Due to careful aeronautical engineering, a Boeing 747 can glide for 2 miles for every 1,000 feet they are above the ground, which is usually more than enough time to get everyone safely to the ground. Why there are ashtrays in the bathrooms? The FAA banned smoking on planes years ago, but some eagle eyed passengers know that airplane laboratories still have ashtrays in them. As Business Insider reported, the reason is that airlines and the people who design planes figured that despite the no smoking policy and mired no smoking signs permanently posted on the plane, at some point a smoker will decide to light up a cigarette on the plane. The hope is that if someone violates the smoking policy, they will do so in the relatively confined space of the bathroom and dispose of the cigarette butt in a safest place. The ashtray, not a trash can where it could theoretically cause a fire. If you do smoke in the bathroom, expect a massive fine. What is the use of that tiny hole in the airplane window? It is to regulate the cabin pressure. Most airplane windows are made up of three panels of acrylic. The exterior window works as you would expect, keeping the elements out and maintaining cabin pressure. In the unlikely event that something happens to the exterior pane, the second pane acts as a fail safe option. The tiny hole in the interior window is there to regulate the air pressure so that the middle pane remains intact and uncompromised until it is called on to duty. Why the airplane food tastes so bad? Airplane food has a very bad reputation, but the food itself is not entirely to blame. The real fault here lies with the plane. A 2015 Cornell University study reported by Time found that the environment inside an airplane actually alters the way food and drink tastes. Sweet items are tasted less sweet, while salty flavors were heightened. The dry recycled air inside the plane cabin does not help either, as low humidity can further dull taste and smell, making everything in a plane seem bland. According to a 2010 study from the Fraunhofer Institute for Building Physics in Germany, it's about 30% more difficult to detect sweet and salty tastes when you're up in the air. Next time when you fly, skip the meal and maybe try a glass of tomato juice instead. Oxygen masks. The safety instructions on most flights include how to use the oxygen masks that are deployed when the plane experiences a sudden loss in cabin pressure. However, one thing that the flight attendants don't tell you is that oxygen masks only have about 15 minutes worth of oxygen. That sounds like a frighteningly short amount of time, but in reality, that should be more than sufficient. Remember, oxygen masks drop when the airplane cabin loses pressure, which means the plane is also losing altitude. According to Gumbodo, a pilot will respond to the situation by donning an oxygen mask and moving the plane to an altitude below 10,000 feet, where passengers can simply breathe normally. No extra oxygen is required here. That rapid descent usually takes way less than 15 minutes, meaning those oxygen masks have more than enough air to protect the passengers. Why planes leave the trails in the sky? Those white lines that planes leave in the sky are simply trails of condensation. Hence, their technical name of contrails. Plane engines release water vapor as part of the combustion process. When the hot water vapor is pumped out of the exhaust and hits the cooler air of the upper atmosphere, it creates those puffy white lines in the sky. It's basically the same reaction as when you see a breeze when it's cold outside. Thanks for watching this video guys. Please do subscribe our channel, like and share the videos, and of course click the bell